Hello everyone, welcome to Fight Radio for latest combat sport update. In a recent interview, Alex Pereira placed 50,000 bet for himself and Anthony Smith to compete in a grappling match. It would be very interesting to watch if this actually happened. The condition is Pereira allow Anthony Smith to take his back, allow to put hooks in, and then match start. If Anthony Smith finish him, he will get extra 50,000 US dollar. If Alex Pereira escape from that position and stand up Anthony Smith lose 50,000 US dollar. In the video, they use AI voice for Alex Pereira. Appears very convincing. It seems as if Alex Pereira is speaking flawless English.
I make a bet with Anthony Smith. I let him take my back, put the hooks in, and give him 5 minutes to finish me. We can bet. Like he said I'd win a 50K bonus. He said it was a sure thing. So, if he sees me saying this here, I want him to accept. He takes my back, sees that my arm was trapped. No, he has to finish.
Incomplete, your 50K penalty.
He pays the 50 bills. Then I allow him to take my back, put the hooks, right? Both of us sitting there, right?
Game on.
So, here we go. All right. I'll have 5 minutes to get up and stand, you know? If I get up in 1 minute or 4 minutes, no matter. I stood up, he lost, he pays 50K, got it? If he finishes me, okay?
The fight is confirmed. He is going to reach the destination. Anthony Smith, you and Alex Potin at the Performance Institute, valued at $50,000. Just need to finish with the locked position. Nothing more. It's on, Alex.
In the post-fight press conference of UFC 301, a reporter asked about Alex's bet and condition to Smith, and Anthony Smith stated that he is ready to accept the grappling match against Pereira.
He put up a challenge. You talk about his grappling.
Yeah.
He said it was like. What
do you say? Like if Alex Pereira said he would put up 50K.
Yeah, it's like rules.
But I could start on his back.
Yeah.
I could start on his back, hooks in.
And have 5 minutes.
I got 5 minutes to finish him, and he wants to put 50K up for it.
Yeah.
I'll take his 50K.
Yeah.
I'll take his money.
Yeah. How do you finish him?
If I start on his back, I'll choke. 100%.
You said something about Alex Pereira.
I said the same you said. He is a fantastic striker, and he has molded that into his MMA game so beautifully. Yeah. But like, let's not pretend like this dude is a fire grappler. He's just not. What would you do to Alex Pereira? Go ahead.
He'd beat me, bro.
Shut the f
up. What do you mean? What do you mean? Stop. I would lose to Alex Pereira. He would knock me out.
That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
When I'm analyzing his game, I don't understand how he keeps winning. And that's okay. If he gets a guy in there that's ripping single legs and lifting, and Jan Blachowicz is a decent grappler, and that dude took him down and took his back. He was able to do it fairly easily that entire 4 minutes of the first round. That's me saying, like, listen, there's holes in his game, and he's still finding ways to win. That's impressive as f.
UFC Bantamweight champion Sean O'Malley is going to defend his title against Merab Dvalishvili at UFC 306 on September 14 at the Sphere in Las Vegas, Nevada.
September at the Sphere. That's a big event. That's a big event.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. This is breaking news. Absolutely breaking news.
Merab is such a fucking dork. I cannot wait to knock him out.
Former UFC welterweight contender Dan Hardy is picking Conor McGregor to beat Michael Chandler at UFC 303.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
I do. Mainly,
you're one of the few that I've heard say this.
I can't underestimate McGregor's ability. Like he's done very special things at very tense and high pressure moments in his career. You know, headlining in Dublin with Brandao, he just commanded that space so well. What he did to Aldo was an absolute masterpiece. I mean, it hurt as an Aldo fan to watch it go down so quickly because I wanted to see some more of the fight. But he has an ability to control and manage and create illusions with range. Like even I broke it down on Inside the Octagon a few years ago, where you look at him when he was fighting Eddie Alvarez, and he throws a jab and hangs his hips back to make it appear from Eddie Alvarez's perspective like he's at the length of his reach. So Alvarez then, I'm okay, I'm safe here, and then he steps through that reach and knocks him down. Like that's a very, very high level operating system, and that's not something that you lose by hanging out on a yacht and enjoying your life. I still feel like he's got that refinement in his game, and Michael Chandler's not the guy that he was in Bellator when he was, you know, he was cautious and he was picking his shots. Like if he plays the game that he did against, like say, Sydney Outlaw, where he was poised and ready and waiting to land that clean shot, then that Chandler can beat anybody with that speed off the mark and that power. But he's become a lot more reckless recently, and that just plays into McGregor's game. Like McGregor made Aldo reckless and then punished him for it. Chandler comes in reckless. He's coming in for a payday and a show. You know, he's not thinking, right, I'm going to beat Conor McGregor and I'm going to do it this particular way. He's coming to fight, and that's where that's
what about
his
the injury,
Achilles heel.
though? He's coming off this insane... No? I mean, it's not like I don't think that Chandler's going to beat up his leg per se, but that does change you as a athlete, right?
I think it maybe potentially change his approach. I think it might change his stance slightly. But I also think that, you know, he's going to be aware of that vulnerability, and his fight IQ is going to allow him to turn that into a positive. So if you might even see him leaving that leg out there as a target so he can punish Chandler for attacking it. You know, use it as bait.
Yeah, oh, wow.
You just don't see many people operate at that high level.
Yeah.
And like McGregor's even more interesting because he's an operator at a very high level in one particular slither of MMA. You know, like I would say you look at Izzy's game and Izzy's got more depth in his striking. There are a few different ways that Izzy can pull you apart. Whereas McGregor, everything comes to the same crescendo, you know? That spear tip is his left hand every time. And like even with Cowboy, you know, he hurt him with the shoulder bump and with the kick. But you look at that from a different perspective from over Cowboy's shoulder, and what you see from McGregor is him clench his hand, which triggers in Cowboy's head, the left hand's coming, and he brings his hand across to protect his face. And
we love to talk, but there's another big talker. Our boy, Johnny Bones Jones, is talking now. He's active. He got back to the gym. He's releasing those endorphins, right? He's working, and he's like, I'm the man again. He said, guys, it would be absolutely massive. A guy with a chance to be a 3-division champion against a GOAT. Same age, different strengths. No one can argue that this would be the biggest fight in MMA history. There's absolutely no fight that generates a payday like that. Marketing would be insane. Hey, here's one thing we don't give John credit for, Chael. And I'm not here to rain on this parade. I'm not here to piss in this Wheaties, Chael. But one thing we don't give Jon Jones credit for is how smart he's smart now. He's smart, Chael, because all the things that I've said, all the things Anthony Smith have said, Jon Jones has heard it. Everybody's saying this guy can't defend takedowns. Jon Jones is going, Stipe Miocic and Tom Aspinall, or Stipe Miocic, then Alex Pereira, if Alex Pereira is truly unable to defend takedowns in the way that all these people are saying. Is Jon Jones now the smartest man in the UFC, CLP, or is he telling us the truth? This would be the biggest fight in UFC history. I'll be honest with you. I'm fighting through something here. I got a little sick in Brazil, but I'm fighting through it, Chael, because we want to give the people what they want. You know that song, they give the people what they want. So I'm giving them what they want here, and I'm fighting through my sickness. But here's the deal. He's smart. He's smart. Look, I'm going to tell you this, man. If I'm an Olympic wrestler or if I'm a national champion and I'm watching the landscape of things, valuing the money versus the fame versus the championships and everything else, I'm doing exactly what John's doing. I'm saying to myself, I have been in there with the most scary, dangerous men in the world. I have been in there with extremely well-rounded guys. I've been in there with tremendous kickboxers. I've been in there with super heavy punchers. I've been able to manage that. But what I haven't been in there with is a guy that is a straight kickboxer, and while he has improved tremendously in his grappling, no one would ever say that that's Alex Pereira's strength. His strength is his striking, and he can knock you out. But I remember time and time again over the course of my career when people tell me Roy Nelson was going to knock me out. Anthony Johnson was going to knock me out. Volkan was going to knock me out. Everybody was going to knock you out. Dan Henderson, because they all had tremendous power. You got to come to terms with the fact that everybody hits hard. Not everybody hits like Francis Ngannou or Alex Pereira. But if you can get away from that and manage that, it's much less risky than fighting a guy with a full skill set that's complete. And that's exactly what Tom Aspinall looks to be. So I love what Jon is doing in terms of being smart, finding the right matchup. I don't know that it'll fly. Here's another thing. Hey, give a tip of the cap to the champion. Champ goes, hey, I think Yuri Prochazka's next. Ankalaev's going to have to wait. Smart. Alex, why would you fight Ankalaev? He's going to try to wrestle you. Go fight the dude that you've knocked out already. These athletes are much smarter today than they were before. And I believe that it makes for the sport to be even more interesting. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love what Jon is doing. I love what Alex is doing. But I think Jon is choosing, dude, I'm not fighting Tom Aspinall. Do you see Tom Aspinall?